I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. It's RFG. I'm back at it today, and I'm here with more groundbreaking information. You know what I'm saying? 2020 keeps hitting me with more profound knowledge and more information and more information. And, you know, it's almost hard to keep up with, but I just want to start this off by saying, if I didn't give a damn about humanity, if I really didn't care about my subscribers, if I didn't care about, you know, the people who listen to my videos, I wouldn't even bother spending hours and hours researching material, you know what I'm saying, to enlighten people and to help humanity. You know what I'm saying? Because this information right here, I believe, is definitely going to change lives. So just pay attention, listen very carefully, all right? According to a university in Seattle and the U.S. Cancer Research Center, they have done studies on hundreds of women, all right? And they're starting to do this around the country as well in different universities, and they're finding that most of these women have multiple pieces of male DNA in their brain. I'm going to repeat that. Most of these women have male DNA laying dormant in their brain, and it is because of something called a microchimerism. Yeah, I believe it's called a microchimerism. A microchimerism is a piece of DNA that's left over from a man's warrior sperm. All right. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to read this article right here, because this right here told it all. And Google is actually trying to suppress this information. So this article is actually very hard for me to find, because, you know, Google, we all know who they work for, and Google is starting to blacklist all the real information that they don't want humans to see. All right. So right here it says, understanding the true consequences of sexual relationship lies in the female brain, says experts. A new study has found that women carry living DNA from all the men she has ever had a sexual relationship with. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. A new study has found that women carry living DNA from all the men she has ever had a sexual relationship with. That's right, ladies. The startling discovery was made by researchers at the University of Seattle and the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. The discovery was made by accident when the team was initially attempting to find out if pregnant women with a son are more susceptible to neurological diseases that men are more vulnerable to. The study began to take a turn when scientists dived deep into the female brain. They discovered the woman's brain possessed male DNA known as male microchimerism. All right? Microchimerism right here. These cells are different to that of cells that are made up a woman. Okay, that make up a woman. So it's saying that it's not from her parents. This is a foreign, when they said that, they mean that this is a foreign cell. This is a foreign cluster of DNA that is not produced by her body. Okay, it's right here. 63% of females, oh, I gotta go back up. 63% of females, all right, 37 out of 59 tested harbored male microchimerism, and many parts of the brain, according to the study. Now, do not be confused by your father's DNA. You see, it's not coming from the father's DNA. All right, your DNA is unique because his and your mother's combined to make you. All right, so this male DNA that's being found in these women is not from their father, because their father's DNA and their mother's DNA is what fused to make them. So once again, this is foreign male DNA clusters being found in female brains. At first, researchers thought that the male DNA found in the female brain came from carrying a male while pregnant, but that was not true. Why? On closer inspection, male DNA cells were still prevalent in the female's brain who had never been pregnant. All right, you see, there's a lot of fucking feminist agendas going around, and there is a lot of multi-billion-dollar corporations and mainstream media outlets that are trying to debunk this research. They're actually trying to debunk the university's research. Okay, so what Google is doing is Google is shadow banning articles like this. I'm going to repeat myself. Google is shadow banning articles like this, and they're keeping up the articles that say this information is false. So if you put in microchimerism, male DNA found in women, it's going to automatically say on Google on the top of the search that it's false. But this shit right here, the actual studies that are being done by Seattle University and these cancer research centers, you see the actual fucking, the research, these articles are being shadow banned. Okay? And that's because this shit is the truth. So once again, at first, researchers thought the male DNA found in the female's brain came from carrying a male while pregnant, but that was not true. Why? On closer inspection, male DNA cells were still prevalent in the brains of women who had never been pregnant. Okay? Who had never been pregnant. Okay? So they tested women who were never pregnant, and they still found the goddamn male DNA in their brain. Okay? Now I'm going to break this shit down after this article, so just stay with me. Scientists say there are only 4 ways male DNA cells are likely to show up in the female brain. 1, unknown abortion. 2, possibly a vanished male twin. 3, older brother transferred by the maternal circulation. Okay, unknown abortion is damn near impossible. And when they say unknown abortion, they're talking about the female being a twin of a male, and they're saying that the girl's mother may have gotten an abortion, and she may have carried her aborted twin's DNA in her brain. She may have picked up some of her aborted twins' DNA, but that's almost astronomical. Okay, almost astronomical fucking chance of that happening. Right here, possible vanished male twin, older brother transferred by maternal circulation. That's, like I said, that's all bullshit. When you talk about the odds, this is why women, okay, across the entire nation, Europe, Australia, every single landmass that has been Americanized or fooled by the corporation of the U.S., okay, the women who occupy those countries, they have a very high amount of testosterone in their blood. They want to be just like men. All right. Okay, the whole feminist movement, Me Too movement, I don't need a man movement, independent lady movement. And I'm going to break that shit down, how this is all, everything that you're seeing right now, including this article and this information, has all been orchestrated by the warlocks who run this government, who run this society. All right, they're the ones who promoted this shit in the music, in the entertainment, in the movies. Okay, they're the ones who normalized it, who gave all the women in the U.S. all the power in the judicial system, and this is what you got. Okay, because like I said, it gets deep. So let me go ahead and continue. Finding a man's DNA in a woman's brain from the first three sources applies to only a small percentage of women. The only likely option, researchers could account for the study of 63% of women who had it was through sexual intercourse. Okay? If you have sexual intercourse with a man, especially if it's unprotected, if there's no condom, without a doubt, that man is going to send regular sperm cells in your canal, in your vaginal canal, and he's going to have warrior sperm in your vaginal canal. So when you have sex with another man after him, that other man is going to project his sperm in your vaginal canal, and the warrior sperm from both of those males are going to go to war in your womb. Okay? And before the warrior sperm die, because the warrior sperm die after a few weeks. But here's the thing: the warrior sperm leave behind the microchimerisms, and the microchimerisms get extracted in the blood vessels around the womb, and they are pushed throughout your body. Okay? All right? Those fucking microchimerisms, they get absorbed into the blood vessels in the goddamn womb, and they are moved throughout the female body, and that's how they're finding male microchimerisms in female brains. Okay? The implications for women are great. When sperm enters woman, it swims until it hits a wall and then seeps into your flesh. Bingo! Bingo! Because every sperm is not created equal. Every sperm is not created equal. You have some sperm that go renegade. You have sperm that are specifically designed to fight off other man's sperm. Then you have sperm that are specifically designed to go after the egg. Okay? Right here. If the sperm is in your mouth, it can get into your nasal areas, behind your eyes, and even in your inner ear. It then enters your bloodstream and collects in your brain and spine. Now, let me break this shit down, because I'm about to destroy any of that goddamn feminist garbage that people have been trying to hit me with on Instagram. They're trying to say, oh, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. The sperm die after a few hours. The sperm die after a few days. But guess what? You have microscopic pores in your mouth. You have microscopic pores and blood vessels in your womb throughout your whole fucking body. Therefore, if a man ejaculates in a woman's mouth, okay, that sperm is going to go directly to her brain. It's going to go throughout her cheek cells in her mouth, and then it's going to flow through the blood vessels in her cheeks, all the way up into her brain. Okay? So that's actually the quickest way these women are getting male microchimerisms in their brain. But like I said, even if a man has unprotected sex with them, with vaginal intercourse, she's still going to get the male microchimerisms in her brain. Okay? With every man a woman has sexual relationship with, she absorbs his spermatozoa, which become part of you forever. The spermatozoa, they secrete something called the microchimerism. All right, it's not really the sperm, because the sperm die. The sperm can go to the brain, but they're gonna die. They leave off something. The sperm leave off something called a microchimerism. That's what's being found in these women. It is male DNA, male cells in the women's brain, and it belongs to all the men that they have ever had a sexual encounter with. all right, especially if it was unprotected. This is why all these women are out here trying to compete with men. They're not trying to live up to their natural role as a woman. They're trying to compete with a man. You see what I'm saying? They're trying. It's so fucking stupid because nature, the laws of nature say the positive and the negative are equal. They're opposites and they're equal, and when they come together, it's all about balance and harmony as long as they both know their role. You see? But for some reason, the negative pole, the negative feminine pole, wants to be a positive pole. The negative pole does not want to be a negative feminine pole. They want to be the positive pole. And now this is what you get. This is your result. They think they can do whatever a man can. They think they can, have the power that a man can, and they're fooling themselves because mentally and spiritually, I believe men and women are on the same level, but physically and emotionally, all right, physically and emotionally, men and women are completely different. All right? And that's what attracts the two opposites together. Opposite poles attract. You see? Emotionally and physically, opposites. All right? Now, let me break this shit down. Okay? Because, you know what I'm saying? You can see all the fine women in the club. You know what I'm saying? No matter what race, if they are Americanized, you better believe they've been brainwashed to compete with men and to try to use and manipulate and get over on men and use their sexuality to try to trap a man or screw a man over. You see what I'm saying? And that's because they have all that masculine energy in their blood. Okay, like I said, they may look fine as hell. They may look fine as hell on the outside, but on the inside, this is what's going on. You see what I'm saying? That motherfucking war in the womb. Let's talk about that motherfucking war in the womb. They could have 3 to 5 different men's sperm going to war in their womb. You know what I'm saying? They could have 15 to 20 different men's sperm. They could have 15 to 20 different men's microchimerisms in their brain. They could have 15 to 20 different men's DNA in their fucking brain. You see what I'm saying? There's also a rise in STDs out there. All right, there's also something called telogamy. Now, telogamy basically is more proof that females carry the DNA of every man she's had sex with. All right, this was a real situation where a so-called black woman had sexual relations with a white man when she was in a relationship with a so-called black man, all right? And she gave birth to twins. One of the twins was not this man's child. Okay, so basically she got impregnated by 2 different men's sperm. All right? If you don't believe it, see, this is for all the motherfuckers that call me pseudo. This for all the motherfuckers that call me pseudo. You got to eat crow. You got to kiss the baby now. You got to kiss the baby now. You see? Because I got documented evidence to back my information. All right? There are women out there who have been impregnated by 2 different men's sperm at the same fucking time. The only way that can happen is if warrior sperm exists. There's some scientists who say warrior sperm doesn't exist. Well, god damn it, what the fuck is this shit right here? What is telogamy? Telogamy proves that it is possible for a woman to get impregnated by two different men at the same time. That can only happen if there are multiple men's sperm cells that are fighting in her womb. And how that happens is the first man or the previous man that she slept with, his sperm is going to leave behind microchimerisms. One of the microchimerisms may get placed on top of the second man's sperm cell, the second man that has sex with her. All right. So the microchimerisms from the first man can get placed on the second man's sperm cell, and when the second man's sperm cell enters the woman's egg, all right, the woman's egg will get impregnated with the second man's sperm and the first man's microchimerism, giving the child DNA from both men. All right, giving the child DNA from both men. Okay, like I said, this is real. This is real. Telogamy is very fucking real. It has been proven amongst humans. It has also been proven amongst other animals. All right. And, see, the beast, the goddamn beast couldn't teach us this in school. We have to understand something. The goddamn beast couldn't teach us this in school. You know why? It's the same reason why the porn industry is a goddamn multi-trillion-dollar industry. It's why the porn industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. It's why the divorce court industry, the divorce industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Guys better wake up, okay? Because our whole reality is being manipulated so we can go against our natural order in nature. All right. Now, like I said, if you think that I'm pulling this out of my ass, you can just study what was conducted at the Seattle University and the Cancer Research Center. And there's also other men out there who are on the wavelength as me, the same wavelength as me, saying the same shit.
Welcome back to the News, Knowledge, and Life channel. This your man, King Williams, bringing another video to the family, some educational, some that you need to know. Today we're going to talk about, 63% of the women in this world that have every man that they have sexual encounters with, they carry their DNA for the rest of their life. Yes, I said it. It's true. It's in the comment box, pinned. You can go do your own research yourself. But the link is in the description box. And see, family, a lot of women out there is trying to figure out what's going on up here. What's wrong with me? What's going on? You're running to psych doctors, trying to figure out why you're so depressed, why you got anxiety problems. They telling you got anxiety problems, you are depressed, and all this bullshit. But these devils do not want you to know the truth behind why your body and your mind is like a fucking tornado going 50 going north. I'm telling you right now. Because right now is what matters. Nobody, no black YouTubers or no YouTubers out there, period, is talking about this. Because this right here is what we need to heal in our community. And this goes out to all the sisters out there who's sleeping around with all these different men, thinking they can do what these men is doing. Because right now they're saying that these men don't have this problem. This DNA problem with all these women DNA in their cells and in their bodies for the rest of their life.
Now let me stop him right there.
It's the sisters.
Hold on one second.
Talking about.
Oh wow.
They're talking about the women.
Okay, so let me stop him right there. The reason that men don't have that same problem is because the man is a projector. All right. The man represents the electrical life force. When it comes to sexual energy and the sexual act and sexual alchemy, the man represents the electric force. The woman represents the magnetic force. Now, let me break something down, some real fucking alchemy to blow you guys away. It has been proven that the sperm doesn't fucking choose the goddamn egg to impregnate it. The woman's egg chooses the sperm it wants to impregnate it, which proves that the goddamn egg and the woman's vaginal canal and the woman's womb is a magnetic receptor. The woman's womb is a magnetic receptor, which means the woman is going to hold on to all of the life force and the energy that enters the womb. The woman is going to hold on to that because she is a magnetic receptor. The man is a electric projector. All right? Sexual Alchemy 101.
Women out there, 63% have male DNA from each and every encounter, sexual partner that they've had. That man's DNA sticks with that woman for life. And that's why some of these women out here don't know why they is feeling the way they feel. And they will run to the psych doctor, and the psych doctor, these devils, is just going to give them pills and so they can keep coming back, so they can fuck them up even more. Instead of telling them, get one man. Are you sexually active? Are you sleeping around with multiple partners and trying to get down to the solution of this? They're coming off with psych medicine. Oh, I'm going to prescribe you with Risperdal. I'm going to prescribe you with this. It's going to help you with your anxiety and your depression. That woman ain't depressed. That woman ain't got no fucking anxiety. That woman has slept with multiple partners and don't even know that man's DNA is with her. And when she finds a real man, a man that really want to be with her, she's got other man's DNA going through her brain cells and her mind and her DNA in her body. Which means if you got two men's DNA going and you got a man and you got other man's DNA, it's causing friction in the house. It's causing fights, arguments, shit like that. And that's what's going on in the normal household now, where you hearing about, man, this woman got a good man. He works, he takes care of her, he treat her like a queen. Well, they shouldn't be arguing at all. They're arguing because the woman has multiple DNAs in her from different men. Everybody she slept with in her entire life, she has these men's DNA. You know this, family? When a woman is with a man, she started acting like him. That shit is real. I had to talk to my cousin the other day. I'm like, man, you've been with this woman for 4 years now, man. She's starting to act like you more and more each time. Because that DNA, she's sticking one. Now, this woman probably had multiple DNAs in her life going on. And that's a trick. There's a reversal to this, family. When a woman finds one man and sticks with one man, doesn't matter if she had all these multiple DNAs in her in the past. And she's with one and she's continuing to collect that one. The other DNAs, which will never leave this woman for the rest of her life, but they will mellow down. And they won't be as powerful as the DNA that the man that she's with, that she's getting it from now. I know this is deep, family. And I'm going to tell it like it is, because there's no other YouTubers out there, black, white, or whatever, that's talking about this. And this shit is serious. If we're going to build a community, we got to start talking about things that we might not want to talk about that need to be discussed. To save our children, to save our women, to save our people. And also for the man as well. Stop going out there jugging every woman you can, because your DNA sticks with that woman for the rest of your life. Start giving a fuck. You know what I mean? I know a lot of you men out there that's looking at this video is saying, oh, I don't give a fuck because I just want to get mine anyway. Fuck that. Don't fuck with her, man, if you ain't serious. Do not fuck with that woman if you ain't serious, man. And women, stop fucking with these men when you know you ain't serious. Because each and every one of these men's DNA, each one of these men that you have sexual contact with, even if you kissing them in the mouth, you are collecting their DNA, and it goes into your brain cells. They are finding this DNA, these men's DNA in these women's brain cells, family. And that could explain why it's fights in the house, like I'm telling you right now. When a woman she got a new man now, and she fighting with this man for no reason at all, starting arguments for no reason at all. If you got another man's DNA in you, it's fighting another man's DNA, which means you got a fucking tornado going on in your head, and you don't know what's going on with you. You don't know what's wrong with you. Your man King Williams gonna tell you what's wrong with you, cause ain't nobody else stepping up telling you what's wrong with you, woman. My sisters out there, and I care about you. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't put this video out. That's why it's in a link, and the link is in the description box. It's in the comment box pinned. Make sure you go there and make sure you do your own fucking research, because it's very important to do your own research on every video I come out with on knowledge.
Yep. So I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him right there. But the brother, you know what I'm saying, he did his diligent research, man, and he broke it down. He broke it down very, very eloquently and efficiently. And I've been saying the same thing for the longest. Okay? These warlocks in power, they're trying to reverse universal alchemy and the universal balance of polarity. You see, they want a society of hermaphrodites. I'm gonna repeat myself. The motherfuckers in power want a society of hermaphrodites. You know why? Because according to the Dogon, this is Ogo's world. According to the Dogon tribe, this is Ogo's world. Ogo was the demon. All right, the Bible refers to it as the God of that Bible, which is Father Time, which is, you know, the great parasite. But Ogo was born into this galaxy with no gender. All of his siblings had a gender except him. That's why Ogo is depicted with female breasts. Ogo is the fucking Baphomet. All right, this is why the elites worship that image. This is why you can't get any accolades in this society unless you comply and bow down to that image. That particular deity, known as Ogo, wants everybody to be just like it. All right, without a fucking gender. This is why they want to do away with sexual alchemy and harmony between the two sexes. All right, and they want to pit the two sexes against each other. They want a fucking population full of fucking hermaphrodites to officially eradicate most of the human population and to take away our godlike ability to reproduce naturally. That's why they want to sterilize most humans. And it also fits their transhumanism agenda, mixing the human genetics with so-called AI. All right, we're all gonna witness this in the 2020s. So, like I said, get ready for it. Okay. There's also other people putting out information on this. You can check out this video that this individual put out. This was February 7th of this year. Okay, study finds women retain sperm from every guy she's ever slept with. Go check that out. This guy, one of the good things that this dude put out in this video, he said that Google was shadow banning the real information. You see, And I said the same thing. He also said that when he pulled up the article on Google and shut the computer down and tried to look for the article again on Google, he said he couldn't find it. And that's proof that Google is trying to shadow ban this shit, trying to shadow ban this information, because Google promotes feminism. Google promotes feminism. So of course they're going to shadow ban it. Of course. And if this continues, you know what I'm saying? Women going around here sleeping with men just because they think it's cool, and they think, you know what I'm saying, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B do it. If they keep, carrying that mentality, what this is going to lead to is an entire generation full of single mothers. Okay, you heard it here first on RFG Chosen One's YouTube channel, July 18th, 2020. If this continues, in the next 7 to 10 years, we're gonna have an entire generation full of single mothers. You heard it here first. Now, what is wrong with that? I'll tell you what's wrong with that. Over 90% of prison inmates grew up in fatherless homes. Over 90% of prison inmates grew up in fatherless homes. The other statistic was, I just forgot it. 90% of prison inmates grew up in fatherless homes. Also, they are at a greater risk, a 85% greater risk of becoming homosexual or lesbian. And we all know the homosexual and lesbian agenda is, of course, population control in the eyes of the warlocks. Okay? So like I said, you guys can do the research on your own. Telogamy is real, and these chimerisms from the man are indeed real. Okay? And this information has been out here for quite some time. And I don't think I would be doing my due diligence if I wouldn't put this information out. Now, before I get out of here, am I saying that men can go around and sleep with whoever they want to and screw everything that walks just because they don't retain microchimerisms from the woman? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in nature and in the original societies that were established on this earth, they conducted something called patriarchal polygamy, where a king or a person who wanted to start a family, a man who wanted to start a family, would have anywhere from 2 to 3 wives. And he would stay committed to those 2 or 3 wives. And if he got caught in another relationship, all right, he was punished heavily by that particular government, by that particular society. All right, and you can look into this yourself, but we've been brainwashed by the Roman government, which is the U.S. corporation. Okay, the whole marriage thing. The term marriage comes directly from Rome. M-A-R, the prefix M-A-R is all about creating conflict in between the man and the woman. You see, they wanted to induce the idea of marriage in society because they wanted to confuse humans and get us thinking that capitalism and material possessions are somehow connected to love. You see what I'm saying? They tried to fuse capitalism with love, with love, compassion, and commitment. And it don't work that way. All right. And they put M-A-R as the prefix of marriage because it was just induced to create conflict between the two sexes. You see what I'm saying? And right now we have full-blown feminism. It hasn't been this way on the earth right now in the past 13,000 years. It hasn't been this way. Because that's when I believe women lost the ability to procreate asexually. You see, that's when women actually had the power and they were stripped of it because they broke universal laws. You see, and the men, the power over the earth was given over to the men. But before that happened, all right, there was a demon that caused the Y chromosome in the man to get smaller and smaller in every generation. And that is what I call the curse of Kali. The curse of Kali, Kali, the Hindu goddess. All right, the destroyer of that masculine energy. You see, and what did they name Queen Califia? You see, Queen Califia got her name from Kali, California. Where's the feminist shit, the Me Too shit, the LGBTQ shit? Where's that shit coming from? Cali, California. You get it? You see? So when nature it gets ready to wreak havoc on this place, we all know Kali is gonna go first. All right? All right, because nature has a masculine aspect and a feminine aspect, and that's not really talked about, the way it should be. But I'm not going to talk your ears off. That's all I really had to say on this subject. Be very careful out there. If somebody is not on your same mental and spiritual wavelength, stay the hell away from them. Don't exchange energy with them. I don't give a damn how physically attractive they are. All right? And yes, I heard about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation. I'm going to be breaking that down on my Patreon account, so be on the lookout for that. I appreciate everyone who supports RFG and Atlantean movement. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's the Chosen One, man. I'm out.